What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Inside Scoop Gamecast episode 96. I am here joined by Scott. Scott, what's happening, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, just hanging out. It seems like I'm the usual on the streams now.
That's right. We gave Nate the boot, and you're taking over. So, no, Nate is just a little tied up right now with some family matters. Hopefully, everything will be back to normal here soon, and he'll be back to join us once again because we definitely do miss him being on the show and things like that, right? So. We're starting to feel that little weight of no Nate kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, as I said, hopefully he'll get back to us here and we get things back to normal. Because man, those reviews, Scott, I gotta be honest, they're piling up and they're getting heavy, man.
They are. They're stacking up, man. It's been a busy week. I feel like every day has been another crunching another video, and I'm
for sure
excited to see those hit YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just you don't know this yet, but we just got hit with another one. So
oh boy.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that one once we're done and once we're off air. We'll get I'll explain more to that one for you after there, buddy. But that'd be a nice little surprise to get you going already. Let's get going with the news, Scott. Why don't we kick it into what's out for next week? Because we got a lot to talk about today. Actually, there's a lot of shit going on, buddy. So why don't you kick us off with the games out for the week of May 18th to the 22nd?
All right, so I'm just locating this. I had it ready 1 second ago. Here we go. So we have, starting May 19th, we have A Fold Apart. Their familiar name. Coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Yeah, you can check out our review of that one.
Yeah, check out our review of that one. We did it several months back, but it should be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on Steam, actually. This is where we reviewed it, I think it was. So
that's right, yeah. Then we have Golf with Your Friends, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch on May 19th.
Yep.
And then we have Gorn on PlayStation VR, May 19th. I remember that name. That's one of those grotesque looking horror games, if I recall.
Maybe that's why it doesn't resonate with me, because I'm like, what the hell is that? That would explain everything.
Yeah, you probably saw it and shut it right out.
Yeah, I probably did.
We have Mafia 2, the definitive edition, on May 19th. Then we have The Wonderful 101 remastered, PlayStation 4, Switch, PC, May 19th. This sounds interesting to me. Cannibal Cuisine, Switch, PC, May 20th. I'm going to have to put a star on that one. Crucible on PC, May 20th.
Got you there?
Are we cutting out?
Yeah, I lost you there for a second.
Oh, no. I wonder if that was on... All right, well, I'll go back one here. We have Crucible coming for PC on May 20th, and as well as Neversong as well on PC. Then Red Wings Aces of the Sky is coming to Switch on May 21st. Then we have Timely on PC, May 21st. What the Golf coming to Switch, May 21st. Maneater for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, May 22nd. Saints Row the Third Remastered is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. I know a few people who will appreciate that one. Sword Art Online Alicization Lycerus. That is PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Cool. They're coming out with a new edition of Sword Art. I just got into the first one, actually, when it hit Game Pass, and it was interesting.
So you and I this week, actually, throughout the streams, talked about Mafia and the definitive edition, and we kind of touched base on what was going on there, and it sounds like a bunch of miscommunicated information. The fact that we're getting Mafia 2 definitive edition on May 19th. Where's Mafia 1 definitive edition, Scott?
Yeah, it's a little strange. We were looking at the wording of our press release and kind of trying to digest what it meant exactly, but I'm still unclear whether the trilogy is a package. I don't believe that because this one's coming out already. We have the second Mafia definitive edition on May 19th. That's about a month, if I recall, or half a month before Mafia 1 is scheduled to be remastered, and then there's a rumor of Mafia 3 being remastered. And I think they're going this direction through them doing the second game first for two reasons. One, I kind of theorized that it's easier to adapt a 360 era game forward.
Sure.
Whereas Mafia 1 was a little bit older, and I think they might just have to replace certain things or whatever, however they, remaster those games. And the second reason is because Mafia 2 was by far the popular one of the series. As far as I understand, Mafia 2 was what really made it a popular series and justified a third one.
Yeah, and then the third one kind of didn't really resonate with a lot of people because it felt so empty. And if you went from one mission point to the next, but the mission point was from one side of the map all the way to the other side without a fast travel placement in the system. So it took away from the experience, and a lot of people, though they enjoyed what the story offered, didn't enjoy their overall game and game mechanics. So.
Yeah, I've heard it's summarized as kind of just lackluster in a lot of categories that were important at the time. It was a big time for big worlds, developing a character, and a lot of other games were kind of doing interesting things around the same time, so it kind of got overshadowed. Yeah. The second one was very big on maneuvering through a city, New York City, but your vehicles even had limiters, so you had to drive the speed limit.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And there was no fast travel as well. So it was kind of an interesting, more relaxed, more cinematic idea of a Grand Theft Auto style game. That was really fun.
Yeah. Did you see, so speaking of Grand Theft Auto, just to touch base real quickly, Grand Theft Auto made its way for free on the Epic Games Store and actually crashed the servers.
Yeah. I checked last night and I was unable to get into Epic to get my copy of it, but
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it seems it just strikes me as crazy because it's known as either the highest selling, which it may have been replaced by now, or in just a repeatable selling high game. Like it crashed the record for amount of times people have bought the game, and it's you're still giving it away for free and it's still going like mad. That's crazy to me.
It is absolutely insane the fact that they're still doing this thing and the game is kicking off in such a manner still that people are always like thriving to play this game, whether it's just story content or whether it is the online portion of the game. There's always something that people want out of the GTA, and I think a lot of the recognition comes from the brand itself, from the name GTA. Right, the GTA series has been so well known that the minute someone says, "Oh, hey, you can get the latest one for free," fuck yeah, let's get that shit. Like, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't already own it though? That's the other part, right?
I have it on 360, Xbox One, and now I will own it via the Epic Games Store. I'm just checking now; it is back up and running, so you are able to get your copy.
I have it 4 times, believe it or not. I already have it 4 times. I'm about to get it for a 5th. I don't know if I actually ever play it on Epic, but at the same time, man, why not? Like,
just wait till if they put it on Switch and they give me motion control aiming, I'll buy it again.
Damn it. Yeah, for sure. But why don't we kick into Bungie as well? Things are heating up over at Bungie, and they're helping out with all the pandemic bullshit we're dealing with right now, Scott.
Yeah, so Bungie is running a program known as the Guardian's Heart Initiative, and it has so far, I'm just kind of crunching the number here. Holy, they have so far raised about $788,000 US dollars, that is, in direct relief for frontline healthcare workers and support workers. Yeah, dealing with the COVID-19, they wanted to do their part and see what they could raise, and it seems they've raised a lot already.
It's fantastic to see that the Destiny community has kind of came up and risen up to the occasion for that support, and everybody obviously needs help with what's going on right now. The situation there is rough. It's starting to clear up as things are starting to open up now as well. We're starting to see that kind of move forward with the world, and things are slowly, not necessarily heading back to normal, but they're at least heading in the right direction.
Oh, I lost your audio that time.
Oh man, we're having a rough time with the internet today. But either way, we're going to keep moving
Yep.
forward. Scott, let's talk about Core Games. I don't know if you know this one and all or not. Core Games is by Metacore, and basically what's going on is they offer you a scenario where you can go in, download coregames.com, go to coregames.com, download their service, and it allows you to basically build a game for free. So you can build a level, and their biggest thing right now is that they're pushing on the fact that you can build a battle royale level within like minutes. So all these assets are already at your disposal. You can go in and just drop them in the world and make your own game relatively quickly. But at the same time, if you want to dive in and have all these bells and whistles and these switches and things going on, that you're able to do that as well. And they just launched the biggest update yet, and that comes with a new castle tile set with over 100 fantasy themed buildings, blocks, building blocks and weapons. Animated meshes have been added, and they're also doing a make 13 weird number to go with 13, unlucky number 13, but they're saying they chose 13 13 games in 13 weeks is what they're kind of pushing for. So every game or every week they're gonna have a new game that you can check out, and it's a community driven thing. Obviously Metacore is there, and they're live streaming actually every day over on Twitch, and you can watch them how they're building the game assets and building things for you to go in and manipulate and make your own game. But to see you produce a game in a week, like, that's just unheard of, to be honest, right? Like, how many years does it take? So things have obviously been manipulated in a manner that have make it for someone like myself who doesn't know how to make a video game to be able to go in and make my own. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Whether you're going to get into
A
that
little
big old
nerfed edges.
well,
but-
exactly, definitely, right? If you're going to go in and make a battle royale where all you kind of need is a couple assets in the way here or there, you have an opportunity then to kind of get a foundation of what's going on. But at the same time, I think moving forward, this could really turn into something more than what it is right now. These guys are not new to the industry, but new to launching their game. And Core has been out for a while, but has been backed by a smaller community that's starting to pick up some steam and move forward with it. It seems pretty cool to me.
Yeah, that is really cool how they have just bringing these tools to everybody. My dad used to talk about how he would code. You know, he'd spend all night coding on a device that was just for coding, hooked up to the computer. You know, creating a point and click game that was, you know, it was cool to him because he could just put as much time into it and whatever and make a product out of it, even though he wasn't. I don't think he was leading edge kind of coder at the time. So seeing that brought forward, now in a week you can make, instead of a point and click, you can make a battle royale game almost overnight, they're saying. That's kind of really cool. It kind of fits into the category of things like Roblox and you know, more Gmod kind of things where you just kind of have the creative control. That's going to attract a lot of people, and there's probably a lot of good things in there.
There is, and that's again, we talked about this not too long ago as well. When you get into a certain scenario like this, you want to be able to curate what's being shown. You don't want to spend hours playing crap, right? So Core, they're there, and they have stuff you can already test out. They got a new game called Core Gun Range, where you go and test your shooting skills, and then there's a whole leaderboard stat there as well that you can kind of compete with friends and such and see if you can rise to the top. But Core is something you should definitely check out. But Scott, did you see the big news this week? You want to touch on what we're missing here with Corey? Unfortunately, Corey's tied up. He was going to join us today, but again, the guy gets snagged. He's a busy guy. We're going to have to do something about
that. Yeah, so a new Paper Mario adventure unfolds for Nintendo Switch on July 17th.
Yeah.
That is a big deal. The Origami King. That's why I'm seeing Origami King everywhere on Twitter.
Absolutely.
Now it makes sense. It delivers a comedy-filled journey packed with puzzles, strategic ring-based battles, and quirky characters and stunning visuals. That's when was the last Paper Mario game? I want to say that's on GameCube.
Yeah,
Thousand Year Door. Or
it's
maybe
definitely been a while, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. Never played Paper Mario. Not one. Have you ever played them?
Not personally, but I've actually seen quite a bit of a gameplay. A playthrough that my friend was doing where he was cheesing the game and showing me how good it is, though. Like, you can cheese the game and still enjoy it.
Yeah,
this is cool.
I've never got into it. So yeah, here's the trailer. We got the trailer playing right now, but it is pretty neat. In fact, that Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm not such a fan of platforming and like the Mario speed running kind of game style.
Yep.
That's not really what's usually enticing to me. So this one's like an RPG slant using that universe. I think that's really cool.
They got a good spin on this one, I think. Obviously, Mario is beloved by everybody, really, especially within the industry. So to have Paper Mario come back, I figured it was coming, and just didn't know when. Right, new console. It was only a matter of time before we got a new Mario, whether that be a Paper Mario or another Mario Odyssey 2 or something along that line. You know what I mean? So see
Yeah,
Paper Mario coming, the Origami King.
but I'm
That's
not
cool.
aware if they teased this one really beforehand, or was this a surprise drop?
No,
Because
it was a
it
surprise
seems
drop.
to be a surprise. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's I'm a big fan of that kind of thing.
Yeah, I
A
love the
month out,
surprises.
now is the time to get hype.
Yep, absolutely. You don't, you know, so that's the other thing too. Do you
Wow,
show
this
how early do you show your game, right? So then you can build anticipation, or you just kind of
this
leave
looks
it.
amazing
It does
already.
look good, doesn't it? I know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so never playing a Paper Mario. I'm actually kind of intrigued and hoping we're able to get a hold of this one because it
Is
looks
this
like a ton of fun.
so this doesn't even seem to be that RPG kind of style. It's almost like they took Paper Mario and applied it to the normal type of Mario game. So
Yeah,
maybe there's a blend happening there. I like the art style though. It looks amazing.
the art style
And
looks
on
very cool. So that was it was intriguing to see that one drop, and I was like, holy crap, because I know a lot of people are just gonna be falling in love and looking for that all over again because there is a huge following within that Paper Mario
Mhm.
series, that franchise. It's kind of had its own little staple following and things. So for the new
Oh
one to
yeah.
drop, I thought that was pretty cool. But something else that dropped this week was the Amazon Italy accidentally dropped the Assassin's Creed Valhalla release date, Scott.
Oh, did they?
They did. The release date was posted October 15th and has since been changed to December 31st. So,
Oh.
as a typical franchise uh, industry release date schedule, instead of releasing the actual date, they put like a window of December 31st for the end of that year when the game is coming out, right? So that way they're able to drop it when it actually has the release date announced. And Amazon Italy dropped the Assassin's Creed release date a little too soon, letting everybody know that's supposed to be coming out from what now looks to be the official date of October 15th.
So instead of hitting hide and then changing it to December 31st, they hit December 31st and then hide. And now we know what happened.
Exactly, right?
Somebody edited that page wrong and
And there's the cover right there. The new Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming out October 15th if Ubisoft allows that now. It doesn't change things. I'm curious to see what happens moving forward. But Assassin's Creed, we obviously knew it was coming around launch of the next gen consoles for the Xbox and PlayStation, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Now, having someone drop the release date is, like Walmart Canada is known for doing this pretty often, actually. So to see Amazon Italy do it, I thought, well, that was funny. But I
yeah,
guess
it's either Walmart Canada or Walmart Germany or something every time.
something, right? It was pretty funny to see that
Uh,
this dropped today. But yeah, a little sneak peek, which means, well, like, so now you're curious as to this is the box art for Xbox One, not Xbox
mhm.
Series X. So does that mean we're waiting a little bit longer for the November release of the Xbox Series X?
That's an interesting.
Right? That's kind of
Yeah, because and this goes with the hand in hand with the smart delivery. So they're
yeah.
putting it out a little bit ahead of the console, which I think is the right move because I don't need to wait for the console to get the new one. I would much rather experience it ahead of time,
Yep.
and the smart delivery just makes that all the more sweeter.
It does, doesn't it? Like I can't wait.
Because
So I don't feel like I'm like, oh shit, because when you went from
otherwise, I would have waited.
well,
Mhm.
exactly, right? Like when how many of us were on last gen consoles waiting for next gen like PS4, Xbox One to drop, but yeah, there's certain titles you're like, I don't want to get it on old consoles. I want to get it on the new consoles. So you wait. So now with smart delivery coming, like what an opportunity that is. You don't have to wait. You buy the game and then you can carry it forward. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla has been announced as having that ability as well. So not a bad deal at all, Scott.
I held out a very long time from 360 to Xbox One. I kept my 360 more than a year into the Xbox One, even though I had the means of buying a new console. I just really enjoyed my 360. And Black Flag was one of those games where I got it early on the console, but I would have rather gotten it on the later one.
Yeah.
But because of the time frame and whatever, I didn't. But now there's no hesitation for me to buy this when it comes out because it's smart free. Like,
yeah,
that's
smart
awesome.
delivery is huge. What a get for that to be on there. It'd be awesome to have that, right? So thank God for smart delivery moving forward. I like to see this move in. I'm curious. So Sony hasn't said anything yet. Hey, what's up, Joe? New Assassin's Creed? Yeah, dude, new Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They're Amazon Italy announced by accident the actual release date coming October 15th for the new Assassin's Creed game. So set in the Viking time period. I'm pumped. I can't freaking wait for this game. So I actually got hooked into the Vikings Netflix series because of it. So we're just wrapping up season 3 now. We only started watching this and we're already finishing the whole freaking thing because I think there's only 3 seasons. But either way, new Assassin's Creed sounds like the release date is October 15th. But either way, something else that's coming out is, Scott, we saw this month Xbox, the Inside Xbox event, showcase third-party titles. Now, a lot of us were kind of taken back a bit by the fact that it is all third-party, and we were questioning where's first-party, and why wouldn't you lead with first-party when you're showing next-gen? That's what the whole premise was behind it, was they were on to showcase games for next-gen, but we didn't realize until the event release that it was all third-party. But we're going to have now, coming in July, recently confirmed that Halo Infinite will be making an appearance during the upcoming Xbox Series X games reveal in July.
Yeah, yeah. So far we've only seen a kind of cinematic tease before, and that was quite a while ago. They dropped that where it was more of a story teaser, just to kind of get you thinking about the game.
Yeah.
They definitely did. They have to confirm that there's going to be Halo here, because if you don't, or if you try to upplay how much Halo is going to be there and there is not, people are going to be mad. It was a weird maneuver for them to do third party only, kind of a thinker. Like, in my opinion, it was just to make you think, like, wow, this is all the third party, but where's the first party? But then they went 13 titles long. So it was a good presentation still, in my opinion.
It might too, to be honest.
No, but everybody knew, there's got to still be something to show. Where's the first party? 2020 in July is going to be quite the event. It sounds like that's going to be the replacement for E3 for me, I think, because we don't really know what they're going to be showing. Nobody does.
Next Fable.
Explicitly,
Fable
no
game.
mention of gameplay. And I'm just thinking on Halo specifically. They've not stated that there's going to be any sort of in-game or anything. We would normally expect them to mention that if they were going to come out with in-game footage. So I expect another kind of cinematic thing, but I want to get excited about Halo. Yeah, Fable. It's like first-party titles. Gears Tactics came out with like a weird sneaker hit. Everybody the numbers on that game are huge. So what are they going to do in terms of that?
It's coming to the console as well. It's going to come to Xbox at some point. I don't know if they've given a hard date or not, though.
And I'm not 100% on this. I thought it was a different developer that took that on as well. So it could be that I'm trying to think of what their development company is.
Splash Damage.
Splash Damage did the Tactics one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So then I think there's still COG. I can't remember what they renamed their but there's still mainline Gears
the Coalition
that they're working on. The Coalition, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. The Coalition of Order Governments, the COG. But yeah, they're I'm still excited to see any mention of that. Gears 5 was really good. DLC on that. Just any sort of news.
Sure.
What else do we have out there? Fable would be amazing. That'd be a smash
I
hit.
think honestly that's the one I think I've been looking for the most coming out of the next first party.
And we're gonna see a Forza.
We're gonna see a Forza. We're gonna see probably more Hellblade 2. I think that's gonna be a given now at this point as well. And you saw Phil Spencer take to Twitter about how he's excited that UE5 is gonna be used for Hellblade. So,
Yeah, pretty quick to point that out on their side. But, hey, it's not all PlayStation, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We're over here too.
Dude, I like Phil. Phil's he's smooth when it comes to that kind of stuff. So,
There's definitely been worse spokesmen in the past. Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, without a doubt. But either way, why don't we roll into the next bit of news there, Scott?
All right. So we watched the State of Play
We did.
for PlayStation. That was yesterday, I believe. Oh,
Yep.
Big loud noise. And
I just kicked into the
and
drill.
they showed an awesome amount of I think direct gameplay. Either way,
Yeah.
they were teasing Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
And that is coming out very shortly. When is the release date on that one? That one is probably
July 17th.
Yes, that's it. July
Yes.
17th.
I can't forget what
They pushed it back a month, it seems, but it appears to be ready now. And what we saw in this trailer, I don't know if it's this one specifically, but what we saw over the course of that State of Play was just better and better gameplay. I'm not a Sony fan by any stretch of the imagination, but this game got me excited in ways that Nintendo has.
Yeah.
And in ways that Sekiro did.
Breath of the Wild, but feudal Japan. It looks so cool. Absolutely. This game looks phenomenal. So I've been waiting for a samurai game for a long time. And why we haven't seen one of the Assassin's Creed franchise is beyond me at this point. But either way, Sucker Punch has stepped up and they're going to bring us this title. And I can't wait. It looks so good. So fun. And the fact that they're mixing combat, stealth combat, and exploration. Like, man, here goes my summer, right? Like, it's
think
gonna
of
be a good summer.
Think of a big world like Breath of the Wild, and it's open and fields and forests and stuff. But then this very serious samurai combat that seems to be very timing based.
Yep.
And then the alternate ego that this guy develops is the ghost, which is the ninja form, and that's all, shock and awe tactics, very, very brutal, and not the honorable fight of the samurai. But dude,
yeah. So we're just watching it again. I know. So you have the options, right, of which way you want to play. What's your play style? And I'm definitely the sneak in and take the guy out. So if I can do that with this too, freaking right.
Yeah, it seems to be a balance of the two, where you do certainly get some choice, some agency over how you fight, but and how you look. That was another cool thing.
That was a big thing too, in how you present yourself and how you're able to gather different flowers, which will actually change the dye of the color of your outfit. So I'm like, man, I can change not only my costume to fit my playstyle, but also change the colors too. I thought that was a unique way than the fact that you're out there gathering flowers to be able to create the dye to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely like
this.
this.
You create your dye flowers, and this is the first English I've seen in this game too.
Oh, right.
The last thing we watched with all Japanese.
Because didn't they do the whole thing so that you can play the entire game in Japanese and with subtitles, or you can do it all in English. Now, my preference is to start off with full voiceover in Japanese with the subtitles and then transition into English, just so I'm not doing the entire game, because as I said yesterday, I'm kind of lazy. The fact that I don't like to read as much as some people do, I'd rather just kind of hear the game and have a cleaner HUD.
A lot of the time, the Japanese voice acting is just so much better suited to it.
The game is absolutely stunning, and of course they brought in features for photo mode too. They're going to showcase that.
Man, and little video gifs you can make and stuff. Like there's it's just it looks beautiful.
And the fact
they were very clear about showing off the lighting coming through the canopy in the bamboo forest
and deflecting the arrows that came at you, and cleaning. Like, he cleans the blood off the sword before he sheathes it away. And oh shit,
yeah,
what's not to like, right? So yeah, there it is.
just
Ghost
very...
of Tsushima. It looks freaking amazing.
Oh.
Sucker Punch, I think, is in for one hell of a game.
Yeah, I'm down for that one. It's gonna make me play PlayStation.
That's awesome.
I'm in. I'm so in.
I've always been a PlayStation guy, so.
Yeah, no, there's a few that have made the bridge to Xbox. Luckily, Metal Gear is one of those. So I've always been a Metal Gear fan. But
right,
Splinter Cell, I think I might have started on PlayStation and then Xbox and then GameCube. So, I just never had the reason to stick. Oh, Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, dude,
that's had
so
me picking up a PlayStation.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's get into, according to Ubisoft fiscal report on May 14th, a AAA game is on its way, but no one knows what it is, Scott. And we're going to play the guessing game because we have a small lineup of what's happening between March 31st, April 1st, 2020, and March 31st, 2021. We have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, Rainbow Six Quarantine, Gods and Monsters, a unannounced AAA title, Roller Champions Brawlhalla, Tom Clancy's Elite Squad, which is a mobile title. And it says, and more. Now, this is all of Daniel Ahmad over on Twitter, is where we located all this news and info. Now, an unannounced AAA title. I did not see Beyond Good and Evil because, honestly, I don't think it's anywhere near being ready, probably, in my assumption.
Yeah. I would not expect that one for a while.
What do you figure? 2 years? 3 years still? Bet you another 3.
I think probably 2 years because we saw something a year ago.
Oh, man, it sucks.
I want to say 2 years, but that still could be putting it short. I don't know.
Yeah. So the unannounced AAA title, here's my guess. And only because of recent news, the fact that we have seen him in other titles. So there's actually, we have two options. One, we get a new Splinter Cell because Sam Fisher just came to the Breakpoint as DLC, which you can also check out our review over on our YouTube channel, Inside the Game. Corey and I reviewed that, and man, that was too bad. Breakpoint has still got too many problems, and that's what the biggest problem about the game is, and the fact that Sam was only in it for like a minute. So
yeah, they got Michael Ironside. Possibly. Are we sure that's Michael Ironside?
No,
still?
Not even.
And he phoned it in or something. But that's,
right. We just want, at this point, I just want a Splinter Cell fucking game. Just fucking give it to me. So there's that. Or what I honestly think it could be, and what we've seen little snippets about, is a new Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia just had its own DLC in For Honor, and I think that is what's making its way back. We've seen other little snippets and kind of just people bringing up the fact that Prince of Persia, and they've got this little artifact from the game or this little piece of memory, and that I've seen a lot of Prince of Persia lately where I haven't seen him in years. So the fact that Prince of Persia now has kind of made its name, kind of brought his name back into the industry in the space, and everybody's talking about it, kind of makes me think that the new Prince of Persia game is on its way.
It could be. When was the last one on 360? I can't recall. That was.
Damn. Let me look that up.
There was one that was a side-scrolling thing, and then there was one that was a third-person traditional kind of retake on it. And that third-person retake on it was amazing. It reminded me of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time on GameCube that I played and fell in love with. And 2010. Okay, that sounds a little while ago now, but yeah, that might be the third-person one then.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long ass time since we've seen a Prince of Persia game.
It has, and it was one of those where it caught sequelitis in the 2000s.
Absolutely,
too many of them came out, and it killed its own market.
Prince of Persia Escape, 2018. What the hell is that?
I'm not sure what that one is. VR title.
Under the banner of the. Oh, it's a mobile game. That doesn't count. I just call it. It does not count.
Yeah, the last one was more grounded in reality. It was a little bit less about all the dark light powers, all the gods fighting. There is, some kind of a god thing that happens, and you face off with some extra supernatural beings. But it was a far more
The Forgotten Sands.
calm
2010, Scott.
retake. 2010 was that one? Okay.
2010.
Yeah, that one.
Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands is a multi-platform video game produced by Ubisoft, which was released on May 18th, 2010 in the North America and on May 20th in Europe. The game marked a return of the story started by Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more in line with like it ignored the sequels where it went crazy off the rails, and it went more for a more familiar approach to it, and it was really, really good. And I think I played that game in 2016, 2015, so it held up as a 6-year-old title then.
Nice.
So I'm really excited if they do Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia would be great.
Did you ever see the movie?
Splinter Cell would be a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh man, just give me the Splinter Cell. Fuck.
I did see the movie, but I don't really remember it. It's one of those where I just
it was okay.
it out.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like it wasn't.
I remember the arrows, shooting the arrows into the wall so the guy could jump up it. That was that was very Bollywood, and I liked it.
One of my favorites was the remake of Prince of Persia, where it had that cell shaded art style to it. It was very cool.
That would look well. I'd be okay with an artistic style like that too, because it would fit the kind of the environments. Would look nice.
Yep. We also didn't see anything about Bones. That's their pirate spin-off from the Assassin's Creed series as well. So there's another one too. I'm like, where is that game? What are they up to on that one? So I honestly, I'm curious to see how well Bones will do. Because everybody likes the Assassin's Creed series, but how well do you want to just go out and do the pirate out in the water? Like, you couldn't leave the ship. You were...
No, I'm struggling to recall now because there was a bunch of pirate-themed stuff in the last E3, I think.
Oh my god. Here, let me see if I can find... Let me find Bones for you, and I'll show you. Because it's... Man, honestly, I'm curious to see whether or not it's going to resonate with a lot of people. So this was shown a year ago, Scott. Check this out. So definitely a cool idea, right? But this is E3 2018.
Okay, yeah, it was.
But your whole game is based off the fact that you are the ship, and you can upgrade it and all that kind of stuff. But you're battling. And it's all based from the Assassin's Creed fact of the ship.
Really good combat in the Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
It's promising.
So you're off here on your island, able to upgrade and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I don't know, man. It's not the... I want to play Black Flag again if I wanted to be a pirate.
Yeah, I like how there's a lot more customization, seemingly, though, and...
Sea of Thieves.
That combat was really fun, but yeah, I'm gonna want to jump out of the ship eventually, and part of the fun was jumping ship to ship to fight.
Yep.
So I wonder how they'll do that.
We got a new follower. Oh, she's hosting. Thanks, Chels. So this is Bones, Scott, from 2018. We're obviously a few years later now. Where is Bones? Because if it's been in this far development for 2018 at the time, they've had several years now at this point to kind of keep going.
Yeah, for sure. There's they didn't show us this level of detail when it came to Beyond Good and Evil, and they wouldn't likely for another several years. So that tells me that this one's either something they can pull together from all the development of Assassin's Creed,
right?
Or it's almost ready to go.
Well, maybe it is, right? Because they pulled it, Joe. They pulled this from the Assassin's Creed franchise. That's why Bones is kind of a thing, is because everybody fell in love with the ship combat and the fact that you can create your own and man your own ship now with the Assassin's Creed. And Odyssey really kind of elevated it once more with the Assassin's Creed franchise. So I wonder if they've taken it back now to not ground zero necessarily for the game, but rethought a lot of the combat mechanics and the ship building. And people, I think, were looking to be more of a character than to be the ship. They said when they launched the game that you are the ship. The character is the ship, not necessarily an actual character like you get from Assassin's Creed. So I don't know what's happened to Bones, but we haven't seen it in a very long time. So we're gonna see it when Ubisoft does their Ubisoft Forward in July 12th is when that's coming out. So like it looks interesting. Like
yeah,
it looks
definitely
cool.
does.
But
And I love that combat.
Oh man, the combat was so good, and you can tether.
Oh,
and there's
hold the
everybody
board.
jumping
Look at
ship.
that.
There you go, right? But again,
We're
that's so
some kinda-
Assassin's Creed. So are you going to get burnt out from the fact that you're playing Assassin's Creed, and then you're now going to play this game as well? You kind of have two in the same.
Well, Assassin's Creed has changed quite a lot in the last few versions of it, so I don't know if this part of the sea combat survived or changed, or
Right.
I honestly just haven't gotten into it deep enough to know.
I'm not. Well, now that we're getting into the Vikings as well, they're bringing back ship.
The ship
mechanics
combat is
again.
definitely coming back.
Exactly, right? You're getting a long ship now from the Vikings. So whether or not that's worth bringing out Bones again, or do you just scrap it? Do you think they scrap the game
Well,
altogether? I can't see that.
There isn't going to be any cannons in the Viking ships, so that's going to be a thing too. So, yeah, it will be lacking this kind of gameplay. Maybe they just delayed it in favor of, like maybe they just realized that the hunger wasn't quite there for it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It definitely looks cool, but I just don't know how many people are actually going to want to play it, and for how long are you going to play that when you've already been playing something so similar with Assassin's Creed for so long. I don't know, man. Looks pretty cool though.
It does look really cool. I would be happy to play something like this for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm really, I'm all for seeing more different kinds of, titles. Instead of it being, I like that they put a different title on this being Bones, not just Assassin's Creed at Sea.
Bones. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed at Sea 2,
But everybody's going to relate to the fact that it is so Assassin's Creed-esque, and they're going to constantly get that comparison. So obviously, you being a Ubisoft title, it really isn't. It's going to matter to some extent, but at the same time, do you really care? You kind of want that comparison in a sense because Assassin's Creed is so well known, and the fact that they've really up the ante of the game and is doing so well right now as well.
That's what I'm saying with the combat of this game. I'm in because of the association. It's not negative for me, but I just like how they might take it in a step that Assassin's Creed might not be allowed to, or whatever. For example, what if they just added multi-ship control? So now you have a fleet, and you can squad up on me kind of thing with the ships.
That's possible.
And you can issue commands and stuff. That would make it go way above and beyond what Assassin's Creed does. And it would give it its own spin, and it'd be more like Midway, and, I'm just thinking out loud, but...
Yeah, maybe. They ran out of Assassins to use. Well, you're getting another Assassin's Creed, man. I don't think Assassin's Creed's going away, but my biggest fear with the Assassin's Creed franchise is that they're going to just eat the crap out of it again and just produce one Assassin's Creed after another, and everybody just gets so tired of it. That's what we did with, you got into Brotherhood and then Black Flag, and they just keep producing year after year after year. Releasing 2019 was the date right there, Scott. Obviously now that is past the date, so they've taken back the game and held it back. So maybe they say unannounced game from the fiscal year conference. So Bones has obviously been announced, but whether or not it's coming out this year, who knows? Are they going to relaunch it as something else and not Bones? Like who?
Maybe. Yeah,
Skull and Bones.
It comes out as Assassin's Creed at Sea. I laugh so hard.
Can you imagine? So Skull and Bones is still out there. No one's heard that it's been canceled, but I honestly think it's the Prince of Persia, that game, that's going to be coming back to us.
I hope so.
I would like to see Sam Fisher back. That's what I really want to see is Sam Fisher, man.
Yeah.
Right?
That would be the ultimate for sure.
Well, without a doubt.
It's been teased long enough through his inclusion in other games. Like he's been a cameo in at least 3 other games that I can think of. Like,
well, he was in Wildlands,
or 2 at least. Wildlands and now Breakpoint. So
exactly. So they bring him back again, and now what? Then nothing else happens. So I was just kind of Like, give us the game already. What are you doing? So that's my biggest struggle. But we also wanted to talk about. So Crystal showed me something today. I thought that was really freaking cool, and it is the best-selling games of all time. Are you ready for this, Scott? Watch this. So, GameBite has done a chart, and everything just keeps escalating up. And watch the titles just kind of. So, Frogger was at the top. Super Mario Brothers 3 is sneaking in there. So you see this climb. Look at the Duck Hunt's in there, man. Like things, and it goes by a year, which is freaking cool.
Super Mario 3, and yeah, okay.
There it is,
92.
Super Mario Land. There's Tetris. Tetris kicking in now. Takes the top. And there's Mist at the bottom. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a huge... I forgot about that one. Sonic.
Yeah. It's freaking cool. I don't know how they got this information, but man, good on them. This is pretty neat to see how they're able to do all this stuff. And watch the numbers just fluctuate. And you see the newer titles now that we're in next gen and all that kind of stuff. See the titles that we're all playing now, and some of them just jump right to the top, like almost instantly,
yeah.
right?
I'm waiting for 99 to hit, and it just changes. Everything just goes to shooters.
Frogger went back on top almost again, right? But you're not gonna beat Tetris. Tetris just skyrocketed and took off. So
funny, I remember getting into Frogger when I was 6 years old in '98, and so Tetris, Frogger, Atari stuff. That was the only stuff I knew.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like I grew up with all these titles. No, I didn't get into the Pokemon series, mind you, but I played Lemmings, Duck Hunt, Sonic, Super Mario Brothers. I was never a big Tetris fan. It never clicked with me. I played Dr. Mario instead.
Pokemon Red and Blue scooting up there. I bet you if you throw yellow, that's probably higher up. But
yeah, you think so?
Oh yeah.
We're climbing
I guess yellow
up.
came out a little later. That's why. But
2002.
We're hitting the beginning of my cognitive memories.
Well, yeah. So now we're gonna start seeing newer titles too start dropping in. Watch it over the next few years here as we get past.
You see like Halo.
Oh. You know, there's The Sims.
The Sims.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I played The Sims.
And then the Bustin' Out came out.
Oh man.
Shortly after
and it's
Cube.
climbing, right? Freaking cool.
Tetris still way ahead. Just that.
It is so far ahead. Look.
Early lead. San Andreas.
Here we go. Here. Now we're gonna see some kick-ass titles get in here and start popping. I still play Tetris. I love it. Got into it. Dude, Tetris 99. I played, and I don't play a Tetris game. So yeah, definitely. I got into it for a while as well. Definitely got my ass kicked too. But it was a unique title for Tetris. We play, Scott.
Oh,
Best Battle Royale.
That was when I worked at Blockbuster.
Nice. New Super Mario Brothers creeping in.
Wii Fit should be up there.
You just wait, buddy. Wii Fit's on its way. It should be coming in here shortly. San Andreas creeping up to the top. Just got bumped.
Oh, COD Modern Warfare. Blam!
Gone. GTA 4. Dude, I played the shit out of that game. Fuck,
dude,
that was cool.
I remember convincing my mom to buy that for me.
Yeah. There's Minecraft.
Thanks, Mom.
Watch out.
Minecraft, yeah, it's just gonna
only Battle Royale.
Soar ahead.
And you're consistently engaged in game the whole time. Yeah. And there it is. Minecraft. And it just starts to go. And go. And go. And there's We Play. Hitting the bottom. We Fit is in there now. GTA 5 has just made its place the third. Climbing rapidly.
Notice how it, like, the second it comes out to it hits like 50 million. Like, and is a computer.
Yep. Call of Duty Black Ops. Skyrim. Mario Kart Wii is in there. Diablo 3. San Andreas back in there. Look at that. Came back. Right? Like how freaking cool.
That's because they sold it on Xbox again. They said put it out.
Yeah, exactly, right? So look at Minecraft still taken away. Great, just crushing shit. There's PUBG. PUBG comes rolling in. Fuck yeah, dude. I still play that game. Right?
Take that number and multiply it by 30. Think about how much money those guys are bathing in.
Oh, go away. So, here we go. Minecraft is just blowing things out of the water here, right? I think it's fucking cool.
PUBG just slams in there.
It's look at the climb too.
Like it starts off at like third on the list. Boom.
Yeah, and that's all we're able to catch of that one. But that's quite the fucking list. They got up to 2018, I think it was. So
yeah. Oh, and what was the newest? Like Red Dead is high selling. Grand Theft Auto, I think retook. GTA 5, I think retook first.
yeah, let me see if I can get us to the end here.
Yeah, because there's been recent changes. I remember that.
Oh, absolutely. There have been recent changes now. Minecraft's still leading the way at number 1. So yeah, that was neat. That was freaking cool to see this thing. GTA there above PUBG. Again, at the beginning of the show, we talked about how GTA actually crushed the servers for Epic Game Store being a free download right now.
Yeah.
It's like, who doesn't own this freaking game, man? Like, come on. But
there's 100 and what does it say? 112 million as of 2019, whatever. That's insane.
And obviously it's grown since, and they're online. You know what it is? It's GTA Online is a huge freaking community, and it's still thriving. It hasn't slowed down. It's still rolling at full steam ahead kind of thing, right? And they're still producing new content for it, which is really cool. I was talking with Corey, and Corey's got a couple friends that are still playing the game. And he's like, you should see all the shit they have and all the stuff they've got. They've got like freaking.
They really have been churning out stuff.
Warehouse
every couple
after
months they add to it.
Oh, exactly. So you can get warehouse after warehouse full of shit, and like your motorcycle club. And I'm like, yeah, I knew all about all this stuff. I just hadn't have anybody to jump in with. And that was my biggest fallout from GTA Online, is I didn't have anyone to kind of grow all these things together with and build such of a big following for that thing. I was on my own. I couldn't even get in the heist because I was on my own. I was like, damn it, I just want to play some heists, man. Like, it was so freaking cool.
I peaked early in that game playing it on 2 different consoles. I just had already kind of burnt out by the time it came back. I came back, but I was looking at how much everything cost, and I just couldn't do it.
Well, just recently too, you signed in a certain day, you got like $500,000 they just given to you. So, because things are that's so expensive in that game right now.
Tax season, you just sign in once a year and you get taxes back. It's
great. It's interesting to see where it's gone. Like, my brother's still playing the game, and he's got so much money. They found glitches too within the game to keep it going, that you can just cheat the system.
That's what happened. I think that's what burnt me out. Actually, was I was playing the grinding game for so long, and then Devin found a guy on a server one time that was a Christmas tree running around. Like, he was a tree dropping like millions of dollars left and right, like in a trail.
Oh my god.
And so everybody he jumped into that. He had like a 60 car garage all filled up, biggest max level businesses, like. And then once you experience something like that, it's kind of hard to get back into the grind. Like, that's kind of the end.
Well, yeah, and I found that GTA just took off in a whole different direction that I wasn't really feeling, to be honest. Like, you got flying cars and shit like that, and I'm like, I don't want to do this.
That was all cool to me, as long as, like, I would have rather had flying cars come out before the Hydra jet came out, because that ruined everything. These guys with rockets just blowing you up in the server. You're like, I'm trying to transport drugs, and I just explode instantly.
It's one hell of a game. I definitely wouldn't mind getting back into the online mode, just so we can do those heists and some of that shit and have a great time. Because Corey says he's now hooked and back in playing with his guys, that they're just doing heist after heist. Man, we'll have to jump in. But Scott, before we wrap up and leave for the day and the weekend, what have you been playing, buddy?
A lot of review games.
I know.
Playing one. We have a review coming out soon for Wolf and Pigs VR.
Yep.
So I won't say more about that. Just check out that review.
Sure.
And what else? I've been playing a lot on PC and a little bit on Xbox, but I'm drawing a blank now, because PC I've been playing the Warzone, the Predator, a lot of Predator.
Yeah.
I ground that up. I think I'm almost like rank 40 now or something. Like, I've unlocked, I've maxed out guns and stuff. Still haven't played as the Predator. but
Really?
that'll come soon.
Woo.
Yeah,
Man, what are you waiting for?
too much pressure, dude.
That is a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Trying to think of what I played on Xbox. I was playing a little bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2, actually.
Okay.
The Star Wars Day kind of got me in the mindset of it. I was playing what's it called? Republic Commando on PC.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. That kind of got me wanting to shoot people online. So then I jumped into Battlefront 2, and it's still a really good game. I'm happy to say. A lot
That's
of new
awesome.
content to it, and like what you get now for what the title is a lot of game. So
Cool. I've been just like you, honestly, playing a lot of shit for review.
oh well, we've been playing a lot of Lost Oasis,
Well, that's where I was
which is
heading.
gonna get a review one of these days.
That's yeah. I've been playing a shit ton of The Last Oasis. We've been streaming it all week for the most part, and been having a freaking blast too, man. The walkers you build in this game are something that I've never seen, and the grind for some of this stuff. Now that we're starting to see a peak that we've hit, and we're like, oh fuck, we need this now, and we need a whole shit ton of it as well before we can actually get to that next walker kind of thing. And certain aspects of it are really getting to see that grind show up, and I'm okay with it, to be honest. Like sometimes that's where I hit my wall. So when I was playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, I hit a wall of going, fuck, I need to do this over and over and over again, and more fish and more shells, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. I bailed. So I hit a wall, and then Corey kept going. He's like, Drew, you probably stopped at a good time because like the fucking stuff we have to do now to get to the next level. And I'm just
it's
like,
exponentially more of a grind. Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Where I haven't felt that need to stop yet. Like I popped in just before stream here just to play. Like Corey and I jumped in and we were goofing around and getting more stuff because you want to see the next walker. And the next walker, you know, the minute you start planting the walker down and it starts building, you're like, holy fuck, look how big this thing is. And you can do this now. You can do this and you can add this. And man, to go from that one person walker to two people to the next
and then you
one.
get a below deck part.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What?
There's just so much shit going on. It's fucking awesome. And I'm absolutely having a blast with that. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff coming up. We've got like 4 games this week that are all dropping with embargoes. So look for some cool shit happening this week for their ITG and the YouTube channel and the TV show. What else am I playing? I jumped back into Red Dead. Sneaking away, kind of plucking away at the story campaign. I bailed on the online mode, dude. It's still broken. Well, that's the problem.
And it's so hard to gauge your progress that I don't ever really feel like I'm making progress. So I like when I progress the story in the first, like in the single player. I mean, it's far more rewarding and interesting to me. Than the online is, unless you have a crew of people to mess with. That's always fun.
That makes a big difference, right? If you always got a crew, then that's cool. Played a little bit of Sea of Thieves, One Finger Death Punch 2, still kind of kicking in there. A little bit of Trials Rising, I kind of sneaking in a bit as well, here or there. It's always fun to hang out with. And then Mortal Kombat 11, I'm still jumping in and playing my Scorpion and wrecking shit and getting new costumes and things like that. But yeah, it's been busy.
Cool. I've been wanting to get into Soul Calibur all over again, but we've just been so busy that I can't get into. Well, like it would be a good idea because it's round based and I could just jump in and jump out. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to. The people I play against are pros, so I have to get good if I'm gonna mess with it at all.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, it's definitely a different take on when it comes to fighting games online. I don't take it. I did play online actually. I was doing the combat whatever. Oh, Scott, you're gone. What the fuck is up there, dude? I've been playing. I played the League for a while, and it was tough, to be honest. I was able to hold my own for most of it. Sometimes I just get my ass handed to me. But either way, online fighting is just a different take than fighting against the AI.
Oh, yeah. But
I think, honestly, Scott, this will wrap up the Inside Scoop Gamecast, episode 96. We will be back next week on Tuesday, 10 a.m. On Twitch. Look for us there. We are going to take a break on Monday. We've been so busy. We honestly just deserve a holiday. So Monday's a holiday, and we're gonna take it. Scott, you good?
Yep.
Fucking right.
Sounds good.
All right. Until next week, everybody. Have a great weekend, and thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week on Tuesday morning.
See ya.